very good morning to you. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is Sunday morning, and on a Sunday morning, our meditation is always a more quiet one. When we get started in a couple of minutes, there'll be less talking from me than the normal meditations in the week. And we'll create a space where all of us can just come and sit in silence together. Our teacher this week has been Krishnamurti, and his message today speaks about silence, the value of silence, what we could possibly get out of it. Anthony, good evening to you. It's awesome seeing you. Hope you're enjoying the last little bit of your Saturday. Right, let's get into today's thoughts. Pat, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Imagine for a moment the scene of commuting to and from work every day in a noisy train car. Looking around you, you can see how the train is crammed with anxieties and doubts and the echoes of others' opinions. This really is a screenshot of what life is like day after day, surrounded by the anxieties, the fears, the opinions of the world around us. All of that tends to accumulate within us too. Krishnamurti suggests that meditation might be the answer. He says, to understand the immeasurable, the mind must be extraordinarily quiet and still. Krishnamurti says, meditation is the action of silence. I love this quote. As much as meditation is a passive activity, it is not devoid of action. There is a deep action that takes place within that space of silence. That surrender leads to a softening of all of the old programs and patterns that are not the real you, and the slow, gradual unveiling and remembering of the incredible human being that you are. Krishnamurti says, if there is no meditation, then you are like a blind man in a world of great beauty and light and color. We carry about us the burden of what thousands of people have said and the memories of all of our misfortunes. To abandon all that is to be alone. And the mind that is alone is not only innocent, but young. Not in time or age, but young and innocent and alive at whatever age. And only such a mind can see that which is truth and that which is not measurable by words. Stephen, a very good Sunday morning to you. Must be quite early where you are at. It's good to see you. Krishnamurti describes how we become burdened by years of carrying around the words that have been spoken against us and the fears that we've had to deal with. Uniquely explains that when we're able to put all of that down and find our mind is quite alone, almost as if we've been carrying with us a bunch of noisy passengers all along. This mind that finds itself alone, Krishnamurti calls innocent and young. And I've seen this happen, how when we become able to let go of all the baggage we've been dragging along, there is a youthfulness that our minds return to. It was never lost, just drowning under all the weight. I hope that today you find your own load become just a little bit lighter, that you become reunited with another part of your youthful and innocent mind. So if you are ready, let's slip into that silence together. You can close your eyes, and here we go. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Your only job right now is to lead your body to more softness, a deeper level of softness with every exhale than the one before. There's no need to try and force your mind to be silent and think no thoughts, but to realize that softening and slipping deeper into you means you can take a step back from the thoughts. You can allow the thoughts to flow past you like sitting on the bank of a river and watching objects in the water float past. You have the option to jump in and grab a hold of those objects, or you have the option to stay sitting on the bank and just watching them float by. And we can do the same with our thinking. Continue your full body breathing, and I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. use the last few breaths of this phase to help your body stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Roll out your neck muscles, your shoulder muscles, and lean into your back muscles for a moment. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, as much as we are able to do at least, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. And feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. As we step into the second phase, the breath holding phase, I want to remind you again that this is not about having a mind devoid of thinking, but realizing that we really can slip into a place that is deeper than the thinking, where silence already exists. And I love this image in my mind. It's the way it always looks to me. Is it feels to me like I'm slipping below the surface of the pool. I'm not unaware of the outside, people walking and talking around the pool. I can see them and hear them. But in this deeper space, it is clearly also more silent. And from this quiet place, we look at everything up there in a different way. You're likely to see yourself in a different way. And that is the point. If you're able to look at all of the thinking happening, all of the thoughts that your mind come up with, and not feel any judgment or criticism towards all of this thinking, then you're likely to also look at you and feel less judgment and criticism for the very human mistakes you make. And it feels to me that when we find that space, when we look through those lenses, that we really have slipped in deeper. We might be seeing ourselves the way our soul sees us, the way the divine sees us. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you can slowly find yourself slipping below that surface. Watch the thoughts go by and look at yourself a bit more kindly. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. You can take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together. Slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back. You can even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. We have a few more minutes of silence left. And I'll just remind you quickly of Krishnamurti's message today while you have your last few minutes of silence. He says, in order to understand the immeasurable, the mind must be extraordinarily quiet. He says meditation is the action of silence. He says if there is no meditation, then you are like a blind man in a world of great beauty, light, and color. We carry about us the burden of what thousands of people have said and the memories of all of our misfortunes. To abandon that, to be able to put all of that down and just slip into silence, is to be alone. Alone without the burden of what thousands of people have said. The mind that is that alone is not only innocent, but young. Not in age or time, but young and innocent and alive at whatever age. And only such a mind can see that which is truth and that which is not measurable by words. Being able to put down the burden of thousands of years of messaging and thousands of voices echoing. Slip into aloneness, which is just being with your being. I'll check in with you at the end of this phase. have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the opportunity to share silence together. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that I don't have to even try and stop thoughts in my mind from forming, to really feel that I can slip into a space of nothingness. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the health and restoration that comes from this space of nothingness. It is like my nervous system is wrapped in a bubble for a moment. And in this bubble, healing happens. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the action of silence, as Krishnamurti calls it. In this silent space, we might not be physically doing anything, but it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for sharing your silence with us. Vivian, a very good morning. Happy Sunday to you. It's really nice to see you here. Hey, Sunmarie, good morning. And Danae, a very good morning. Hope you have a really beautiful Sunday today. Have enough rest, because there's another week coming. But also, it's not just about rest. We do need to remember to have fun, because fun is really what recharges our batteries. So I hope you have a day of rest, but also a day of fun. And if you are here with us tomorrow, we'll jump into the week together. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.